This document seems to be interesting. Misaki, I think you may want to take a look at this. This is probably one of the documents we are looking for.
Well, I want to see it. Jamie, this is a cryptographic message. Where did you find it?
I found it in South Park Elementary School. This may indeed be connected to the murders of Principal Victoria, PC Principal, and Mr. Mackey. I think this is the evidence we need to expose the ones who are responsible for killing them.
Well, do you still remember how to decode cryptographic messages?
Yes, I remember how to decode cryptographic messages.
Decode it then. You've done it multiple times before, so I think this job shouldn't be too hard for you.
Alright, I'll do the job right away.
After Jamie decoded the document.
It is done.
Excellent job. What does the document say?
Oh, my absolute mother of God.
Authoritarian world order.
Looks like I was right to never trust this person in the first place, but this is extremely frightening for us to read. Misaki, what do you suggest we do?
I believe you know what we should do. We must tell everybody about this. This is the time for your redemption and another one of your attempts to save the world, so we have to tell everyone about this, or else we are doomed.
You can say that again. We must warn everyone about this. Let's go.
Wait, Jamie and Misaki. I also found and decoded some cryptographic messages about the ones who murdered Principal Victoria, PC Principal, and Mr. Mackey. So, it's time we expose the ones who killed them after the Vincenzo's incident.
Good work, Benoit. But anyways, I think this is all the evidence we need, so we must warn everyone about this before these people put others in more danger. It's time to send out invitations to a meeting.
After the invitations were sent.
An invitation from Jamie, Misaki, and Benoit? Huh? Wait. Jamie, Misaki, and Benoit, why did you invite all of us to this meeting? What is this all about?
Well, this is an emergency meeting we invited you to. We hope we have your attention.
We hope you all are here. So, is everyone here?
Yes, we're here. All of the members of Team Mighty Warriors are here.
The same is true with me, Drinelli, and the rest of our friends.
Good. We said that participation here is necessary, and there are no exceptions. Well, except for the rude employees and their gang members, since this is not the time to argue and start a huge fight.
Can we please get to the point of this meeting?
Right. So, we know a bunch of you have been absent during the occurrence of the event we are going to talk about, but we believe all of you have heard about what happened to Principal Victoria, PC Principal, and Mr. Mackey.
Of course. They got murdered.
You're correct, Sally Dawson. And after we decoded some cryptographic messages written about this event, we were able to figure out the ones who were responsible for killing them. We're going to read the documents out loud so that you will know why this is an emergency.
Well then, please read the documents.
Dear reader, unfortunately, at the time you are reading this, I am most likely dead. Not only have they killed PC Principal and Mr. Mackey, but they also blocked all of my communication lines, and, as a result, I can't send this message to anyone. I just hope this piece of evidence falls into the right hands for the salvation of this world. Anyways, I don't have much time, so I'll be as quick as possible. A few months ago, after the Taco John's incident, an extremely dangerous organization called the World Unity was formed. They supposedly advocate for peace and justice, supporting the creation of a utopian state, which is in reality an authoritarian world order. They have an anti-war sentiment, but they will justify even the worst of crimes if they are necessary for their vision of the greater good. People are just numbers for them, living only to serve their demands. Anyone who dares to oppose them or fail their orders will have the same fate as me, PC Principal and Mr. Mackey. There's still hope though. Everyone must set aside their grudges and unite to defeat this upcoming threat. Humanity is in grave danger, so please make sure you're going to save it. Sincerely, Principal Victoria. December 28, 2020.
Well, guys, I'm afraid this isn't the only document we have. We have another document we are going to read to you all. Before Token Black died in the hospital, he also wrote a message about this. It's time for all of us to read it to see what he said.
Dear reader, unfortunately, at the time you are reading this, I am most likely dead and reanimated into a troublemaker. My master decided to stab me in the back at the worst time possible. Before I die and get reanimated, I must tell you all something extremely important. With the Rude employees killing Butters' father, Tweak, and Butters' Stoch at Rickers, Vincenzo's, and Texas de Brazil respectively, Nicole and I were desperate. That was until an extremely powerful man with black clothes, a black hood, and a black mask decided to come and take us into his organization called the World Unity. During the time we were in this organization, this man was our master. The members and master of the World Unity understood us and looked after us to try to make sure that the Rude employees and their gang members didn't hurt us. They promised us a world where peace and justice will prevail. They even promised us that we would be able to save everyone who has been reanimated. However, we were secretly unhappy with our time of being members of this organization. Our master punished us and our colleagues for even the smallest mistakes we made. He also kept on forcing us to obey his orders, and he didn't even care if it was against our desires. We weren't allowed to doubt, slander, question, or accuse him even if we wanted to. He threatened to give us harsh consequences if we were to disobey his orders, fail his orders, doubt him, slander him, accuse him, or question his authority. And worst of all, he ordered me to kill General Guy and take his body for an unknown purpose. Although I wanted revenge on General Guy for all the crap he did to my friends, I knew that killing people would mean that I would go too far on my revenge and turn into a criminal, but I had to obey his orders anyway. I managed to kill General Guy, but I couldn't take his body. My master found out about this, but he didn't help me recover at all. Instead, he did the exact opposite. Instead of helping me recover from my injuries in the hospital, the master of the World Unity just decided to betray me and stab me with a knife as a punishment for failing my mission. He said that he gave me a mission to kill General Guy and take his body so that my master can illegally experiment on him and put him under his control. That's right, the master of the organization Nicole and I joined confessed that he was responsible for murdering numerous people, including Principal Victoria, PC Principal and AMP. Mr. Mackey, animal cruelty, performing illegal experiments on people and animals, robbing numerous places, fraud, corruption and AMP. Numerous crimes he committed with no files or documents allowed to spread across the globe. He claimed that he was doing those crimes because he believed they were necessary for his vision of the greater good. And I was surprised that he didn't even get caught while he was committing those heinous crimes. When I heard the confessions my master told me, I was extremely heartbroken. The pain I felt when he made those confessions was as bad as the pain I felt when Nicole got killed. And speaking of my girlfriend Nicole, the master of the World Unity also ordered her to kill Gerald and General Guy and take their bodies. But she failed to kill Gerald and General Guy, which resulted in our master betraying Nicole at the worst time possible. I believe the master of the World Unity meant that he would brutally punish anyone who dared to disobey, fail, question, slander, doubt, or accuse him or any way. Overall, joining the World Unity was the worst decision my girlfriend and I made in our lives. All of our master's times of showing us his empathy were all an act to use us and our teammates like we were his toys. It's his fault he turned me into a criminal and tried to turn Nicole into a criminal too, and to everyone, especially our friends and families, Nicole and I are extremely sorry for what we have done. I had no idea that Nicole and I joined an extremely dangerous organization until the master told me. Please forgive me and my girlfriend for making this grave mistake. And to everyone who is a member of the World Unity, we've been deceived. The master of the World Unity wanted us to kill the Rude employees and commit many crimes for an extremely evil purpose. I hope you all can find a way out of this organization. And to the master of the World Unity, when the reanimation jutsu gets released, Nicole and I will never join your organization ever again. I will make sure you pay dearly for your betrayal and suffer the same pain I felt when you decided to betray me and Nicole. I am glad I was able to last this long after the rude employees brutally assaulted me at Round Table Pizza and after the Master of the World Unity decided to betray me for failing the mission I was given. I hope you all will forgive me and Nicole for making the grave mistake of joining an extremely dangerous organization without knowing. Humanity is in danger, so I hope you guys watch out for the rude employees and avoid making the same mistake me, Nicole, and many others made. Sincerely, Token Black. March 7, 2021.
And last but not least, here's the last document we're going to read.
Operation Justice. I shall form an organization called the World Unity. After I form this organization, I will begin to enlighten some people to join it and promise them that they will get everything they want. I will also promise them that I will help them create a world with no wars or violence the way they want. Then after I convince some people to join the World Unity, they shall be used as puppets and be forced to obey my orders even if it is against their own desires. Eventually, every member of the World Unity shall be controlled by me with nobody allowed to question my authority. Anyone who dares to oppose, disobey, fail, question, doubt, slander, or accuse me shall be punished severely, and I will not show any mercy. And when the fight in General Guy's final job comes, the members of my organization shall function as distractions to the root employees while I perform multiple experiments on people and create machines that will be used for future events to come. In cases of requests for support, I will reply with a promise that I will give them supplies during the battle. However, this is a fabrication. After all of the rude employees and their gang members are put in the place they deserve, I shall betray all of the members of every rude employee hunting team and everyone who joined my organization and torture them with even the most brutal punishments of all time for the sake of it. Then, the rude employees, all of the rude employee hunting teams, all of the members of my organization, and all of humanity shall be experimented on, and they will be forced to serve my demands forever. I will form the utopia I want and make my dreams come true by any means necessary. Nobody is to be informed of this plan due to potential objections. Signed, the Master of the World Unity. The 12th of August 2020.
What? Is this really a joke? Our master did a bunch of terrible things Principal Victoria and Token Black wrote on those documents? And we were just pawns to him?
I'm sorry, Dry Nelly, but it's the truth. Our master never cared about us, our friends, or Team Mighty Warriors in the first place. He was never going to save our friends or give us any support for the future battle and General Guy's final job. While we were trying our best to work hard to create a utopia with no wars or violence, he never felt anything at all for us. He also never trusted any of us or our friends to begin with. If he really did trust us, then he wouldn't have any problems with telling us about his secret experiments and other things he has been doing while he was missing. I spoke to the reanimated versions of Token Black, and he said that everything he wrote on the message he wrote was true. He almost told the rest of the reanimations everything about what he wrote on the message, and they agreed that after the reanimation jutsu is released, they will never join the World Unity after our master decided to betray Token and Nicole for failing their missions.
Why? I can't believe our master committed several crimes and planned to betray us like this without telling us. And I can't believe we were putting others in danger without realizing. Oh my, I might get a heart attack for this. Now our lives are ruined. I need to head out the door.
Dry Nelly, wait up. We are hurt by this as well. We didn't mean to put people in danger.
What are we going to do now?
We must expose these documents to the entire world and deal with the Master of the World Unity once and for all. After that, you will be welcome to join the organization Jamie is forming.